Hello, Alberto. This is Coach Shockley. First of all, I want to thank you for sending me your 3 videos to help you get your game to another level. Looks like you've done a really nice job here on your side view to let me help you with your game. So let's get started on this side view, Alberto. As you can see, I've got some graphics on here, and I'll explain that to you as we go. So I'm going to move you in a little bit of slow motion mode here, and let's talk about what's going on with your swing. I've already watched you quite a bit, and you have a very, very nice game, buddy. And I see a few things, but not a lot of problems. You have a wonderful setup. Your spine angle is very, very nice in the stance position. Drawing a line here. When you make your first move, your spine angle to your kneecap is really very, very solid. You have a great 5-step delivery. I love your first step, the left step. It's a really nice, small slide step. Now here is where we're getting into a little bit of a problem here, Alberto. What's your push away or your ball placement on step 2? And you're going to see that you really drop the ball early into your swing right here. As you can see, I put this red circle where your ball is. Let's back that up just again. So what I want you to think about, rather than going out and dropping it so dramatically, what I want to see is you're moving the ball out. Right here is the area that I want you to concentrate on placing the ball here on step 2, okay? Rather than down in the lower red circle on the bottom. That's going to give you a little bit better timing start. Okay, let's move you forward a little bit more. Now you have a wonderful move with this next step, stepping in or stepping to the left. A lot of top players on the PBA Tour are going to make that move. This is a beautiful move. So you step left, which is very, very good. Okay, you're going to let the ball free swing. I like the way that your left arm separates from the ball as you're moving the ball downward. Okay, you're getting into your next step. You have a beautiful, beautiful free swing. A lot of bowlers have a high back swing, and it's not a problem. I love your position here, except for one thing. We're getting into the next step. Let's look at this step here, Alberto, and look what's happening is I don't like how stiff this leg is here. See how stiff this is, buddy? Too much of an upright position. So let's draw an angle here that we really want to see. This is the position from your knee down. All we need to do is cushion that right there on that step. Okay. So as we come into this step, let's back up a little bit. That step 1 is good. 2 to the inside is good. 3, we got to work on that to be a little bit more flexible. Okay. Now, as we move in, let's take a look at something. I love your spine angle coming into the swing. And what I mean by that is this body position from your shoulder back down to your lower end of your back. But let's take a look at your left arm, okay? Left arm. As you can see, it's kind of in a downward position. Now, if you go on YouTube and you look at Chris Barnes and you look at a lot of other pro bowlers, here's what we're going to want to see. As you get into this position, now look what I've done here with this red arrow, this top red arrow. This is where I want your arm to be. I'm going to draw another arrow for you here from the point of this. Rather than be here, buddy, I want it to be out in this area here, okay? So what that's going to do is it's going to draw you a line. Let's keep that forward. From the top of your ball's in the backswing position, from here, I want to see a straight line. Straight line, left arm straight down. Like I said, go to YouTube. Probably the best in the world is going to be Chris Barnes in this position. Okay? So let's move you forward. Let's talk about some of these other graphics that I've got here for you. Okay, we're coming into your step before the slide. Okay, that step's a little bit large, a little bit too big. I'd like to kind of shorten that down. If I could get that step into what we call a power step, it should be of a length of about half that distance from here to here would be better, rather than out here where you're going. This is what we call the tour power step. Now here's where you really are fantastic. You come in with a really good position. Now I've got an angle here, as you can see. This angle, this green line, has got your right knee in a beautiful position. I'm going to draw another one right over the top of it. And this is a fabulous position for you to push and drive into the swing. Okay, we're going to come down. Now here's where we get in a little bit of trouble, but not bad. What I would like to see is when you're driving off of that right foot, I'm going to get rid of some of these these lines so we can see you better. I'll draw as we go. Here we go. As we push off of that right toe, what I want you to do is to take that right foot and sweep it more to the left earlier. See how your left leg is over here? That's fine. You've got it over here where we want it to see, like the great Parker Bone and a lot of bowlers that get rid of that trailing leg in a hurry. But what you're doing, buddy, is you're getting it in the way. And what I want you to do is clear that right leg a little bit sooner. And I'll show you this a little bit more in our rear view of your video that you sent me on the rear view. So right here, if you can see, you're still blocking that right knee with the ball, okay? Right in here. This is what we call an area of opening the door, or really clear a hole. The great Norm Duke filling a hole right in here. This is where we want to be able to get that ball away from our right knee to really get your arm swing in a tighter position. That puts your arm, the inside of your arm and your elbow, closer down to the bottom of the swing by your ankle with the ball. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to work on that step, the last step, pushing before the slide to get that right leg to sweep out of the way. So what that does is it drags back. Now here, at this position, your left arm is good, everything looks nice, you're using some pretty good leverage. More than likely, what I would like to see is a little bit more of, again, I'm going to talk about the great Norm Duke. When you look at this, what I would rather see is this and this. And all that does is to mean to sit more. You want to get more of a leverage position in what I call this leverage triangle. This leverage triangle is going to be from here to here, and that shadow. And that's the area that's got some power, and you're a little bit too high, a little bit too far upward at the release position. Now, I'm going to give you something good here. Here's what I love about your swing. You see how your swing just free falls from the top? This is your really big asset, Alberto. You have a beautiful swing, comes down, free flowing. It doesn't look like you're doing anything except letting it flow up. Here we go. It goes up, it flows down, and it has a beautiful extension and follow through. I love your left arm. So really, you have a beautiful finish position, just a little bit too upright. Okay? So let's rewind here. Let's get you going backwards again. Nice catch. Like to see you do a little bit better job on the second step. 1, 2. You drop the ball into the swing a little bit too early. Now you make up for that with your high backswing, but as far as I'm concerned, I would love to see that position there when this right heel has touched the ground, or the approach right here. When this is touched, okay, and finished, I want to see that ball more there. So in other words, when your foot's here, I want to see the ball a little bit higher rather than here. You see what I'm saying? The right foot is already compressed or fully down, and your ball's already down there. So you really got an early step, early timing. Free swing, though, you're beautiful here. Remember, I want that left arm forward. Draw you a little bit more of the Chris Barnes outward line to this direction here. The left arm out. Okay? And that's going to get you into a little bit more of an area where you can clear your hips at the end. You're coming in, we're going to work on trying to shorten up that step a little bit. It's a little bit too big. We want to get you into more of a power step position. Remember here we want to have that left arm a little more forward. Your head is very nice. You stay in a beautiful position. And here's where I love your game. You drive that right knee down, and it's really, really beautiful move right there. Right there. You let everything fall. Look how beautiful your arm is, just straight as a string. Your thumb looks like it's in the downward position. Now, you see how that's stretched out? You're really stretched out right here. So we got to push that right toe and drive that right knee a little bit more underneath you to not have such a stretched out position. Okay? Now we're going to look at this in a little bit on your rear view and your release view to see what's going on with your hand. And here again you have a beautiful follow through, a beautiful finish. I'm going to rewind this and put you in regular motion. I love your little flex right there. It looks fabulous. Just got to work on that timing right there. Drops in a little bit too soon. You have a free flow though. Your motion is beautiful. I think that's going to work, and that should help you out with your side view. All right, let's move on to another one of your views and see what we can work out with you here. All right?